Okay, now let's get into the numbered fast break and go through the responsibilities of each of the players. First of all, we've got our players numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 4 and the 5 are interchangeable, except one thing to keep in mind, that we will always run on a made or a missed basket. But we're going to start out with a made basket. If that ball goes through the hoop, 4's responsibility is to take the ball out of the net. We'd like to make sure that it doesn't even touch the floor, but sometimes that's not possible. Okay? So when that ball goes through the net, we want the 4 to grab it as quickly as possible. Grab it right there. Now, one thing that we want him to do when he takes that ball out, he doesn't want to get behind the basket here. If he gets behind the basket, bingo, we got a chance for a 6-man to come into play besides the referees, all right? So we want him to run down this side right here, all right? And we'd like him to work on this baseball pass right there. What you don't want, bring the ball back here. What you don't want is the pass, give me a chest pass right there. Okay, too easy to intercept, okay? So we get used to the guy. Come on back out here, Brad. What we want that 4 to do, grab the ball as quickly as possible, baseball pass, grab it, down the line, good, nice job, okay. That's 4's responsibility when the ball goes through the hoop. Always the 4 takes the ball out of bounds. We would call our 4 the power forward, okay? The 1, what are we going to do with the 1? As I told you before, on our break, we always have the 1 get the basketball. I want the ball in the 1's hands. All right? So what we strive for, if the ball, he's taking the ball out of bounds. Okay? Now, one question you might say, you're running after a made. I can tell you this. We will probably run better off a made basket than a missed basket. Okay? So, yes, we run off a made. What we want the 1 to do is the ideal spot is free throw line extended. So he comes out, and we'd like to get the ball right about here, get him the basketball. We'd like to get him, he's going to turn up the floor. 1, 2 dribbles, and he's going to hopefully, after 1, he's going to have the open man. If not after 1, the second dribble. Now, you say, what if there's 2 dribbles and there's nothing there? He's going to continue with the dribble, and we're going to go into our secondary break, which we'll show you in a little bit. So that's 1's responsibility. Now, couple of things, ball back to Brad, that you've got to watch out for. I do not want the 1 coming up to here to get the ball. Get him the ball. He's gotten the ball too far down in this particular spot. So now he's cost us 1, maybe 2 dribbles from where we want him to get the basketball. Back again. Okay. What about, you say, what if he gets the ball out here? That's fine. That's even better. If we can get the ball out here, okay, the only thing you got to watch out for, get out here, Ryan, okay, what you got to watch out for, the farther you go down, the easier it's going to be to intercept, okay? So if he tries to get the basketball out here, most of the time he's going to have a person on him. So the ideal thing, thanks, Ryan, the ideal thing is free throw line extended. Okay? That's the responsibility of the 1. He's always going to handle the ball. Okay? Now we go to the responsibilities on the 2. Keep this in mind. The 2 is your shooting guard. Most players are right-handed. The ball many times is going to be in the 2's hands. So he's got to be a scorer. He's got to be a penetrator. That's one thing that you've got to look for in setting up this break. The 2, no matter where he's at, always runs the right side of the floor. Always runs the right side of the floor, and he stays wide. One of the things that your problems that you're going to have as a coach is you're going to find this kid always wanting to leak in on the inside. Can't do it. He's got to stay wide. He's got to be to the outside. Now, your question is, okay, what if he's over here, the ball goes up, we get the ball to the 1. Yes, we still want him running the right side of the floor. It's a numbered fast break. He always runs the right side of the floor. Okay, the 3-man, okay? The 3-man is our small forward. Once again, ideally a good penetrator. Maybe a little bit stronger than the shooting guard. Maybe can't shoot it quite as well as the shooting guard. We want the 3 to run the left side of the floor. Always runs the left side of the floor. Once again, always staying wide. Okay? The 4 and the 5 are interchangeable. So which means that if we get a rebound, and let's say that the 5 gets the rebound, then he's the outlet man, and the 4 runs his spot. But on a make, we'll always have the 5 run the middle of the floor. The middle of the floor, and the 5 will try to line up with the center of the basket. The center of the basket. Okay? So let's say that we were breaking this way. The 5 would come straight down the middle, right here, center of the basket. Let's say the ball was passed over here to this side. What he would do is post up on the block right here. He'd sit in there. He'd sit. So, but on a make or a miss basket, let's say the 5 gets the rebound. Now, interchangeable, the 4 is going to run the middle of the floor. So the 4 and 5 are interchangeable.